Hello everyone, my name is 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐬, and I'm sitting here with...
Shauna Ladd.
Tell us who you're playing today.
I am playing Captain Sofina Reine.
Excellent. Well, tonight we are excited to present the first in a series of exploring tales for the heroes of Season 2. And today we're going to be starting off with the tale of Sofina. Please tell us a little bit about Sofina.
Sofina is a water genasi and a pirate. And a druid.
Very, very cool. All right. Well then, without further ado, why don't we get going into the tale of Sofina and your adventure.
Excellent.
Blue. Blue as far as the eye can see. Up, down, probably more places, but right now, those are the only two places that you can see. It seems, though, that the blue below you is getting bigger. If you were to look at your feet, you see a long length of rope attaching your feet to a large, very large, heavy rock. Yeah, this is funny stuff. The silly gooses fall for this old gag all the time. They put you on a ship, you figure out where all the loot is, you make sure it's easily accessible by your pirate crew, throw a few gold coins here and there to start a mutiny, and when they're busy throwing you overboard, well, that's when your crew comes in and takes everything in the ship. The one thing they've never quite picked up is that drowning is not something a water genasi tends to do. All you need to do now is to wait for the cue. Tell me what that cue is for basically the idea that the whole scheme has gone A-okay. What's the cue that you're waiting for?
I'm waiting for, I would say, a series of bubbles to appear either right above me or right in front of me.
Okay. Give me a perception check.
Let's see how this goes. 15.
15. As you're looking through the murky water of the ocean, you see a giant stream of bubbles. It's not gentle, could be considered a cue, but as it's streaming at you, you see a massive stone, almost like a boulder, spiraling towards you. And while you may be able to breathe underwater, your legs are still bound. What do you do?
I will gurgle, bloody hell. And do I have any of my weapons on me still?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to pull out one of my hand axes. I'm going to cut the rope around my ankles.
Okay. Just for giggles, you are tied up. Why don't you go ahead and give me a roll to hit?
Okay.
So you can hit that rope.
Ooh. 18 on the dice.
Okay, that's gonna be good enough. I mean, it's not like the rope's gonna fight you back on this. So you're
Take that,
hacking away.
rope.
Just take that. As you hack away, you see the rope start to like splint and splay until finally it shatters and breaks apart. The stone falls even faster now that it's not trying to fight against your own frame. And as you're finally free, the bubbles kind of smack you in the face and dissipate as the spiraling stone comes to a stop. And you see something pop out the side, and then pop out the other side. And it reaches toward the rock and starts to separate, and a turtle head stares you right in the face.
Took you long enough.
The turtle is just kind of nodding slowly, points up above, and just kind of says, like, kind of gestures like, "You okay?" with their hands. All right. They grab you, they start swimming back up. Only a few seconds and you breach. Turtle is...
My hair goes flowing in the water like the Little Mermaid.
Yeah, just with a crystal aura about you.
Yeah.
The turtle starts to say, well, I know you were worried about the loot. We got it all on board, but we need to get you on the ship because they're really mad right now.
They're always mad, though.
Yeah, I mean, they're always mad when the plan works, but like, they started manning the cannons.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to go. Could you possibly get us to the ship? I'm not quite the fast young turtle I used to be.
Absolutely.
So you just start swimming?
Yep, I'm gonna start swimming to the ship as fast as I can.
The turtle behind you, your wise old friend, Dot, looks to you and she says, "Oh, dear, I could have done that myself. I was hoping you could do something a bit more, you know. What else do you have in mind? Something's faster than you? Because I'm faster than you and I'm very old."
I'm a bit offended by that statement right there, but we'll talk about that later. Well, do you have anything in mind?
Oh, can you know what's proper fast underwater? Have you seen them, oh gosh, what are they? The dolphins, yeah?
Oh, but the small ones or the big ones?
Oh, I like big dolphins. They move proper quick, they do, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm going to turn into the largest dolphin I can.
All right. What's that like when you transform? Is it like a flash of light? Is it like some Romero-esque, transformation? What's it like?
It's more Romero, I would say. It's a little bit creepy. It's like she's a very attractive genasi, and then to see her form kind of twist and her bones meld and her skin bloat and turn into this dolphin is a little disturbing.
So, Picasso, okay, I dig it. So the body horror as you transform, Dot, in I guess her many years of being a violent privateer alongside you and your family, seems kind of to be entertained by this. She's kind of her turtle hands, just her aged wrinkly turtle hands clapping. That's great. All right, now I'm gonna just grab you by the flipper, the top way of the dorsal, and you can just take me to the boat, lickety split, please as you kind. I say, oh, that's right. I forgot you don't really speak the common when you become the animal yet. Oh, that's bloody terrifying. But your tail flaps and you just jet. She waves, Dottie waves to the boat when you get to it, and they're already throwing down some means for you to get back up. In a few seconds, up the rope on the boat, the crew is on the deck, currently trying to throw everything underneath to protect it. And Dot looks to you and she says, "All right, well, we should probably go. Why don't you take the command? I'll do inventory."
I'm going to turn back into my genasi self at this point, because I have not up to that point. I'm still that dolphin,
just flopping on the deck, okay, yeah. I love that. Cute, very cute.
Turns back to her water genasi self and goes, "Hey, has anyone seen my hat?"
We see one of the deckhand looks around. No, I haven't seen it. Or was it on your head when you came up here?
Yes.
Oh shoot! No, in that case, I think it's gone.
Oh.
No. Do you want my hat? He has this busted up old straw hat with a bunch of patches all over it.
Your hat is lovely and all, but I think I'll wait until I find one that is more me.
I made it myself. You sure you don't want it? It's got a lot of what do the kids say? Asthma. No. Charisma. That's what they say. You want it?
Charisma.
Charisma, yeah.
Right, okay. I'm gonna look at my turtle friend.
She looks at you, she looks at the young deckhand and goes,
"Thanks."
"Here you go. Captain's wearing me hat. Yeah, Captain's wearing me hat, not yours, the one I made." Yeah.
It's very comfy as some of the grass probably pokes her head and it's not comfortable at all.
And you see Dottie, the old turtle, just going in the distance, this old woman turtle. And with that, she makes a great turnaround and slowly starts shuffling with everyone else. She's like, "All right, everyone, get in the boat. We got lots of inventory. Everyone else stay here for the captain's orders." And they're running past her. They run back. They pick up Dottie and they run with her again. It's just faster this way. And with Dottie off deck, the command is yours. Command your crew. What do you do?
Whoever's closest to me. Is there any damage to the ship?
No, not yet. Actually, just out of gun range, we look to be all right. Once they've spotted us, though, and get closer, that's a different story.
Perhaps we should make that not happen.
Aye, Captain. So, how do you plan on doing that? What can we do to best move the ship?
Well, let's hoist the sails and let's get a wind, or I guess I can make one, I suppose. Get the hell out of here.
All right. Yeah, if you can make a wind, that'd be awfully keen. I'll get everyone else moving. And you see, effectively, your first mate just running around yelling the orders. They're raising the anchors. They're putting the sails up, getting everything ready. And once it's all done, your first mate looks back to you expectantly like, the wind, yeah?
Yeah. This is very obviously her first time being a captain, having a crew. And she's going to cast, let's see. Gust of Wind.
All right, so you're going to be using Gust of Wind on the sails? Mm-hmm. Excellent, all right. I mean, it's a sail, it can't really roll a save, but let's just see how effective it is. And okay, it's very effective. Yeah, the Gust of Wind hits the sails like a nitro boost, and your ship goes. Gets a nice long boost away from the other ship. With everything in your command, with this massive gain you have on the other ship that you've stolen a bunch of loot from, you're able to kind of coast for a little while. As time progresses, you start to see the sun getting kind of full noon at this point, and with the enemy behind you and calm seas, there's a moment of rest and reprieve. Eventually, while you're on the deck, Dottie will come up to you with a kind of a note in her hand, an old rolled up piece of paper. And she says, kind of her turtle head kind of hanging low on her shell. So, I just wanted to ask you about what your plans are for the crew and my ship.
Well, I was thinking we could travel and become proper pirates, but not bad pirates.
Not bad pirates. What does that look like to you?
Well, pretty much, I would say, the opposite.
Yeah.
Of everything that is normal pirate.
All right.
I haven't fully figured it out yet, but we'll get there. I'll figure it out.
That's fine. Can Dory give you an old wife's bit of wisdom, an old turtle's view of things?
That's why I brought you with me. Yeah.
Oh, right, of course. That was all the raising I did of you on my other boat, before your parents. Well, the less we speak of them, the best. Let me ask you this. Do you think a knife wants to hurt people? You think a dagger wants to, stab folk?
Nah.
No.
Knife's a knife.
But what's a dagger do?
I'd say it could cut things. Food. Rope. People.
Sure. The lesson I've had to learn through years and years of dealing with the sea is that sometimes what you think you want isn't what you're meant to be. That rhymed. I better write that down. That's how you know it's good advice.
You're a proper bard.
I had to know. Oh, no, I work for a living. Bards. No, listen. The fact of the matter is this. I'm worried that you want to get into pirating, but you don't want to do the things that pirates need to do when the time arrives.
Well, you taught me that a life should be taken only when it has to be.
That's true. And And I don't mean to tell you to take lives when they aren't necessary to take. I just know that you happen to be a very soft-hearted child with a very strong brain. You're like a mollusk. Very strong, very squishy. And that's good. Because sometimes people get it the other way around. They're very squishy and they're very hard.
Not squishy.
But like in a huggable kind of way, love. I'm not saying you you jiggle none. Unless you want a jiggle none. I don't know what the pirates these days want. I'm so old, and I've been single for so long.
Well, these days, we'll find you a proper turtle.
I don't have to settle down with a clutch of babies and watch them crawl out the ocean. No, thank you. I'll keep my babies on the boat.
Plenty of space here.
Very true. I'll just look out for you, love. I don't want you to feel like I'm grilling you, and I know I am. I'm very sorry. I'm very old in my ways, and I'm trying to get better. For you, I'm sorry.
You know why I brought you here? And why you came with me?
It's not because of my cooking.
Well...
They sure got it in the kitchen.
Yeah, you do make the best slop I've ever had.
A little tear of pride wells at her reptilian eyeball.
I put my arm around her turtle shell.
She kind of hunkers into you, her large Ninja Turtle-esque shape coming into yours. It's just that... She starts to fuss over this letter. It's just that... I can't hold your hand forever. And this boat... And the loot we've gotten is good loot. But if I'm being honest, the larder's getting low. The crew's got high morale, but they're sick as dogs and they're malnourished. There's holes in me boat. I can only patch with so much. The jobs are great, but we're just not making ends meet.
Well, it's gonna get better.
I'm sure it will. I'm just worried. Because the larder's almost empty and morale is really low. Ship's getting old. Much like Dottie, the ship's getting a little old, It can't float forever. And she starts to fuss with the letter some more. It's just, I want to make sure, eventually, when old Dottie's not around, that you don't need to know how to swim. You don't need to know how to float. Get yourself a boat. Here, rhyming again. And you won't have to worry about the larder being empty or the workers being happy but starving. And maybe there's some jobs you can take that might not look like pirating, might not even be pirating. I know you want to be a pirate, but maybe there's an opportunity for money doing, something else.
What's the letter, Dottie?
You have a friend of yours from a while back?
I have lots of friends from a while back.
The one that you met on that day and you didn't die?
Yeah.
We'll have a possible contract. No pirating while he's on board, no more adventures, no more fighting, at least for a little while. But he comes aboard, pays a handsome wage. From a handsome man, if I do say so. Handsome man who owes you a bit of a life day, get a clutch of your own.
Wow.
I'm just saying, he's got money, he's rather cute. You have a connection. If you want to, I can put in a word, we'll get some, music going. Be a nice romantic trick.
Dottie.
Can't get angry at an old lady for trying.
No. I owe him the life debt. So I appreciate you finding this for me. and I have to take it.
She gingerly hands you the letter and kind of takes you. She's got that old shake that comes into turtles in their older age, and she kind of shakes. She grabs your hand, puts it into yours, shakes, closes it, and she says,
Put my other hand over her other shaking hand.
The shaking of the old hand slowly calms down, and you can feel a sudden warmth in that hand hold. And she looks you in your eyes with these old turtle eyes of hers, and she says, "I love you and trust you to do the right thing, and it's the most terrifying thing I could ever do. But I know if I don't do it, I'll be mortified later, so... The paper is yours. The choice is yours. I leave it in your hands. I'm gonna go prepare my finest slop for the crew."
That'll improve the morale drastically.
She slowly lets go, slowly begins to turn, and she says, "Oh, I know it will! Finest slop in all the seas! You never find any better slop nowhere!" And she just...
Bards sing tales of your slop.
"They bear with bellies full." She's just slowly going forever. Eventually, one of the other pirates stops, looks at her, and she goes, "Ma'am, where are you going?" "Great." Picks her up and starts moving her to the kitchen. She goes, "Let me whisked away!" And they take her away, this old woman, to go cook dinner for the whole crew. Give me a perception check.
That's 11.
11.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm very perceptive.
Very perceptive. Just
Very.
dialed in. Absolutely. So what does the sea sound like as the boat just moves through it? Sun starts to bake the blue sky into almost this cream-colored gray, white. That's a terrible description. You know when it's like springtime and the clouds are white and fluffy and the sun just kind of makes everything brighter?
Yeah.
That's the sky overhead right now. If before the blues were the same with the high and low, now you have this wonderful, like, North Carolina blue. And the sea is just a choppy horizon of sapphire. What does the ocean sound like to you? What does it say to you?
It sounds like home, comfort, peace. Even with the fighting, even with the violence, and the depravity. It's a part of me more than anything else. I will go onto the ship to the place where I can be closest to the water and stand there and take off the scratchy straw hat for a moment. Kind of fiddle with it in the letter. Whatever this letter says, if it's related to him, I cannot refuse. And I'm afraid to open it because I don't know what that means, and I don't know what he's going to be asking.
You can almost hear a whisper coming off the ocean spray as it slaps along the side of your powerful ship, just hits, explodes in sea foam. You can hear this whisper. Ire. No. Mire. No, that's not it. Fur? Mm-mm. Fire. More sea foam suddenly erupts off the port side of your ship as you realize it is your gunnery sergeant from down below screaming, "Fire! Fire!" And then you look, and somehow maybe the winds have listed too much. Maybe you were so focused in the conversation with Dottie you forgot to push the wind into the sails, or maybe the seas just decided to stop pulling you along. But there, at about a couple of yards pace, about 100 yards pace, you see the ship from before. They're mad. They're so mad you made them look like idiots, and their cannons have you at range. It's only a few more shots before their gunnery battery just adjusts and hits your side of your ship.
Fuck.
That's good use for the word.
I'm gonna take the letter, I'm gonna shove it in a pouch or a pocket. Throw the hat back on my head, because a pirate captain has to have a hat. And I'm going to run to the bow of the ship.
Okay.
Or to where I can see them the best.
Okay. There should be a little raised platform on like a second story of the front, where there's like the captain's wheel, and your first mate is already at battle stations, ready for you to give him orders. He's got this like steel, not steel, like a brass pipe that he knows goes down into the gunnery sergeant in the battery area of your ship. With that, what we're gonna do is we are in naval war.
Shit.
We're gonna make this a series of contested checks.
Okay.
So we're gonna be rolling d20s against one another.
Okay.
You can tell me and try to tell me the tale of what you're choosing to roll, how it's affecting the story, and the command of your ship. I will roll against yours.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay.
All right. So first round, let's just say there's no initiative. I'll let you get the first roll. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to shout to my men. Aim for the sails.
Okay. Okay. Cool. What would that be for you?
Sorry. What am I doing? What is the check?
So it's a skill
Just a
check.
straight-
Just a straight d20 plus the skill bonus you're using for this moment.
Okay. What skill bonus should I use? I'm going to use persuasion.
That's a great one. Go ahead and roll it.
13.
13 total? Okay. As you start giving out commands, your gunnery sergeant hasn't quite been able to get the word out across all the guns at the bottom of your ship to adjust for the sail just yet. So they're firing just scared and haphazard. The discipline's kind of gone away, but the screaming hasn't stopped.
No.
The shots go wide and just plunk. The ship, seeing this, knowing they've already got a beat on you, makes one small adjustment and they're gonna fire.
Oh my God.
So your number was 13?
Yeah.
For an 11. Even though your shot misses, theirs does too. And this is giving you an opportunity to have your command shift the beat of your weapons and put everyone on the boat at high alert. You hear coming, the first mate tells you, coming from the massive brass tubing from the bottom, they have one shot left. But it is heavily recommended to you by your gunnery sergeant to go into the stolen loot and effectively grape shot at close range. You will lose your money, but you will not lose your boat.
Boat and lives is more important.
Now,
Yeah.
here is the game, if you will. You have one shot left that can be done at wide range, which means you don't have to worry about ship mobility, nothing. If you want to use effectively grape shot with your loot, you have to get closer. So the game is yours. Go deeper to danger for an easy shot, or stay in safety and miss your one opportunity, potentially. What are you gonna do, Captain?
I have to decide if the lives of my crew are more important than potentially winning this battle. I'm going to repeat again. Aim for the sails. And then I'm going to just... Okay. I'm going to, after they shoot, whether they miss or not, I'm going to do Gust of Wind again to try and get us out of there.
Okay. So let's do this one action at a time. You are repeating your command to fire their sails once more, basically trying to cripple them when they see they can't follow you, they can't continue your motion. For that, give me another persuasion check.
Okay.
We'll make this the
Please
second
don't roll bad
contested
for me.
roll.
Yeah.
So far, you're doing great. It's just, no one's hit a clean shot yet.
That's better. 16.
16, that's very good.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, 16.
16? Okay. Let's see what happens. So you got a 16. Their numbers, they are a trained crew. They have fought some of the Imperial Navy of Edelthal and the continents or the countries thereof. They've been able to handle the outer reefs of Corcel. But sometimes you get a critical fail no matter how good you are. And as they fire at you, there's a backfire, and one entire side of guns, because they're all chained, just breaks, and you're seeing a hole in the side as the guns just spill into the ocean like the guts of an enemy eviscerated by your guile. With the 16, that shot, the last shot in your inventory, boom, cracks the main sail, shatters, and at this point you know it's all a matter of distance. Their entire broadside weaponry gone. Their main mode of mobility taken out, but you're still in danger of being boarded. So, you said you want to use gust of wind to get some of that? Okay, then what I want you to do is roll a nature check, and I will roll for them to try to basically scramble to boarding actions. Okay. Let's see what happens, ready?
Ah, shit. Sorry.
It's all right.
Back here.
You got it?
19.
19 total?
Yes.
I want you to make the first decision moving forward.
Okay.
Defender or attacker?
Defender.
And Ty goes a defender. You are able to get that blast of wind in time, and your boat skyrockets away as you start seeing basically secondary vessels drop into the ocean, and they start to come out to sea just in time for this boat to blast off. And you see their secondary boats fade into the horizon. Your inventory is still safe, your boat is still safe. You have no more ammo for guns.
Everyone's alive. Everyone's gonna be able to eat because we kept the gold. So, Okay. I'm gonna stay on my guard the rest of this. Until we know that we're safe. I'm not gonna do what I did before and get distracted. No more. I'm gonna
keep that hypervigilance up.
Keep that hypervigilance, yeah.
Sometimes you got to. Like, adrenaline's real for a reason. Hold on a second. Okay, so this is going to be emotionally taxing, and I will even say that you get a point of exhaustion because you are now hypervigilant for 4 hours.
Okay, I am exhausted, but everybody's alive.
Yeah. I don't know I'm sure anyone might know what it's like. Have you ever been hypervigilant for 4 hours? Adrenaline spiking, anxiety never dipping, your stomach is churning, your head's on fire. 4 hours straight until finally, Dottie comes out of the kitchen, being carried by 2 strapping men because she's holding the pot, and she can't move when she's holding the pot. But you see, because of the intensity of the fight and the quickness that you left, she is covered in slop.
Oh no!
Just face shell, her apron that says Smooch the chef, just slappy. And she comes out, puts it on the ground, and goes, "Well, dinner's served, didn't it? Next time we get into a gun battle, can someone please warn old Dottie? I may not hear well in this ear, but I still got a ticker that's very, very delicate. Boys, take me away. Mama needs to lay down." And they pick her up and they take her to the back, and she's like, "Toodles, this one's cuter." And just drag her away. Food is served. Everyone's, we're gonna say?
I was just gonna be like, before I said anything, she's like gone already. Well, eat up.
The first mate goes, "You heard your captain? Bowls over there, ladles over there, and if you need real spoons, use your tongue, use your mouth. It's what the gods gave you for a spoon." And the boys are like, "All right," and they go and they just start chugging this slop. But for a brief moment, there's a feeling of family. They're laughing. No work is getting done on the ship at this point. Everyone's pretty much exhausted. But the sails are still going. Someone pulls out a simple lute and a little stretchy gag, one of those little accordions. And they're just enjoying as the sun begins to kind of crest. The horizon of afternoon slowly falls into the deep shade of night. Have you had a chance to look at that letter yet?
No, but after the 4 hours, after the dinner, which she's going to definitely join the crew and eat and then maybe dance a little bit. Not well, but dance a little bit. Jump around while they're playing. And then probably after that, while they're still, playing, still engaging in some revelry, she'll then go off and that same spot and then open the letter.
Is it, help me paint the picture in my head. Is it one of those moments, like in Little Mermaid, where the camera's gonna close up with you and behind you is like a lantern and everyone's having a good time and the songs are playing, but you're not there?
Yeah. I would imagine something like that, yeah. Where she's far enough away where you can hear and you can see them, but they are separate from her and still a part of her at the same time.
Yeah. So, the letter, by the way, despite a little sweat stained from anxiety, very valid. I'd be sweating too under a gun battle.
Yep.
Very high quality parchment, a wax seal. Once you break, unfold it all. And it begins in a very lovely cursive quill. And it begins to say, "To whoever holds this letter, we of the Rothgate family of Rothgate Trading wishes to purchase a one-time trip with this vehicle. The money shall be substantial enough and go to the property owner of the ship. From there, we ask that you please take onto you the cargo of one personage and escort them to somewhere far away from 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐧𝐬𝐿. We would appreciate it if it was to the 𝙁𝙁𝙪 coast. We believe that, given the condition of young Mr. Rothgate, that this might be a necessity, and please do not return him at any point in time unless medical reasons or familial reasons demand. This will be sent to you in a secondary letter."
Okay. I've never been to those waters. Doesn't... I can do this. It's not so bad. Okay.
All right. When the morning time comes, Dottie asks for your official stance on the letter she gave you, and you tell her that you're okay for the job.
Yeah, I'll tell her. It doesn't seem that hard. It's not so bad.
Please continue, please.
No. It's unfamiliar waters, but that's a part of being a pirate, right? It doesn't sound like it would take that long.
You see a look of joy in her face. it's that unfortunate joy that certain, old aunts or grandmothers or even older mothers get where they're like, they're doing what I told them to do. I knew they would. But there is, she looks you up and down. She reads you like a book. And she leans in close and she says, "Dearie, what's wrong?"
It's different. It's new. I'm not familiar with those waters. I don't know how well I would be able to keep my crew safe.
Can I give you one last little bit of old wisdom?
Dottie, you can always give me wisdom,
No one knows what the fuck they're doing. We're all just falling face forward in hopes that we figure it out before we land and go splish. Or in this case, squish. No other way around. Splish in the water, squash on the ground.
Splish, splash, it's all the same.
Yeah.
Squish. You
What?
can squish in water.
What? The statement's true, yeah? I didn't know what I was doing raising you half the time. Good Lord, your mother didn't know what she was doing. Your father, where the hell's he is? Little pissing off tramp. Who knows? I don't think he knows what he's doing. He's definitely falling headfirst into a lot of things, if you know what I'm saying. No, I promise I wouldn't talk about him like this. But listen, no one knows what they're doing. We're all just trying to figure it out as best we can. So you're gonna fuck it up. 'Cause you're gonna. So did I. So did the first mate. So the handsome lad that carried me back to the kitchen. He dropped me on my arse. But listen, it's gonna happen. You're not a failure because you fail. Things fail, not you.
She can't say anything. She's trying, but she just nothing comes out.
The old turtle kind of goes like from that second, like a couple of feet away to be helpful, and then comes closer and just kind of lowers her old warm turtle head and just puts it right on your heart.
Like a dog.
Yep, just thunk. Kind of like puts two hands on your shoulders. And she says, "I know that whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna be the right decision, even if it doesn't work out. So why don't I change course? We'll go pick up this handsome lad, and we fuck up together."
Now that sounds like a right good time.
Great. Where's that handsome boy who dropped me on my ass?
Do
It
you
is
want me to-
redemption. Where is he?
If you want, I can kick him off the ship next time we port.
No, we can't afford to replace him. What's your name? Jeremy? Get stronger legs, you little twink. Pick me up and take me back to the kitchen.
Just have him do that 5 times a day and he'll get strong legs in no time.
He picks her up and he's like, and she's like, "How'd you hear that? I'm your favorite day, mate. You're gonna get real strong real quick, 'cause I ain't got the patience." And as she runs off, and your first mate takes her orders, and they move the boat, the wind passes, the voice of the sea whispers in your ear, and it's all blue. Blue above, blue below. What do you know? Blue on you. And with that, the boat starts to head to the Rothgate dock in 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐲. And that is where we're going to end the tale of Sofina.
The tale of Sofina. Da, 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 da.
So how do you feel, Sofina? Are you ready for the rest of your adventure?
She's gonna have to be.
Yeah, that's just one trial. There's gonna be so bloody many she's gonna have to go through.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually she'll become, hopefully, a real captain.
Well, we'll see in time. But that concludes the tale of Sofina. And, but it begs the question, what more will our season 2 have in store for her and everyone else? Tune in and find out alongside us. And make sure to follow us on YouTube, click that bell, and please turn on all channel notifications so you can get updates. And until then, we'll see you for the adventure.
Woo!
Bye-bye, everyone. Oh my god, yeah, I gotta get better at that.
Yeah, exactly. Do the fingers! Do the fingers!
People love the fingers!
I'm a classy son of a bitch!